Welcome to Let's Talk Relationships Coast to Coast. I'm Alyssa Glickman and I'm from New York, and I'm here with Chuck Starnes from California. Hi, Chuck. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Alyssa, and we are coast to coast from New York to California, but we do have friends in all over the world who've been attending our Safe Conversations workshops. So we got to change our name or think about borders beyond coast to coast, because we've had people from the UK, even from Iran, and others in
Australia.
Australia. So, so we're really relationships worldwide, and we're just delighted to be with you every week to talk about relationships. And today we're going to talk about our upcoming workshop this weekend. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So it's a 3-hour workshop. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's very high energy. We talk about a lot of really interesting things. So we learn about why relationships are so critical. They're really part of just who we are as human beings. So we really start by taking a look at that, understanding how relationships work in general, and really getting a background on that. And then we really talk about a lot of positive things. So the workshop is really appropriate for any pair, so any relationship. If you don't have someone that could come with you at the moment, it's actually fine to come by yourself as well. And we'll talk about how that would work. But it just really helps people in relationship um, really get a sense of how to manage the relationship. So and we really try to keep it positive. So we start with what we call an appreciation dialogue. So do you want to explain a little bit about how that works?
Well, I was really impacted by what you've said in the very beginning about how we are relational and by nature, and we are created to be in relationships. We are designed to be in relationships, and that's one of the things we do talk about in the very beginning is that when the source of all the difficulties we have, whether it's um, emotional or physical or disease, those kinds of things, we know that the result of that is that feeling of disconnection that creates anxiety in our lives. And so when we talk about safe conversations, we're talking about a tool that will help you not only improve your relationships, but improve your health, improve your sense of well-being, your sense of aliveness. So we start with that fundamental idea that we're in relationships. And then, like you said, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of practical hands-on kinds of tools, particularly the appreciation dialogue. And one of the things about that is that it gives you the opportunity to learn the basic communication tool called mirroring. And when you and I'm talking about mirroring, there's a lot of different ways that people interpret that in different fields today, in terms of reflective listening, that kind of thing. But we're talking about a specific skill that really helps you hear 100% of what your partner's saying. And it helps you not only do that once, but it helps you begin to learn to do that as a habit, as a lifestyle. And then by sharing appreciations, you really start to build immediately new brain pathways. Because a lot of times in relationships, when people are stuck, they're really stuck and their brain is stuck in a negative, in a place of negativity. And so that unconsciously you're in this place of reacting to your partner. And so what the appreciation dialogue does, it gets you on a journey, on a path of starting to fill that space between you with positivity, fleshing out the negativity, and then building new brain pathways immediately. So that's the kind of thing that appreciation dialogue does.
Yeah, that's right. So you just mentioned something called the space between, which is a concept that we talk about in the workshop as well. And so the space between is a way of looking at what's going on in the relationship. It really, there is a feeling that we have when something is good or bad in the relationship, but this is a way to really make it something more concrete that we can really look at. And it's how so maintaining the space between and keeping it clean and safe is how we have safe conversations and safe relationships. And one way that we talk about keeping that space between safe is by eliminating negativity. And we have ways to do that. I mean, of course, this takes practice and time, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's a direction that we're going towards in our relationships, focusing on how does the space between feel? Does it feel like there's something, it's clean and open, or does it feel like something negative got in there that we need to address in a really open, direct, safe way and keep the relationship safe that way?
And that's a easier said than done, because the way negativity gets into a relationship is whenever anyone becomes overly aggressive or reactive and outwardly expressive of frustration or anger, or when someone pulls away, withdraws from the conversation. Either way, it triggers anxiety. And when anxiety is triggered, guess what? Negativity floods the pool between you. And you used a little illustration about uh, a dropper, just putting a medicine dropper of toxins or sewage into the clean glass. Who in the world would drink it, right?
Right, exactly. We can have a clean glass of water and we put in one tiny drop of toxin in that. No one's going to want to come near it, even if it's very, very small, because it floods the space with toxicity. So that's what we try to be. Just, we're not going to be perfect at it, but we just try to notice it and have a way to talk about it and have a way to work from that.
And part of it's learning about ourselves. Part of it's learning about ourselves, like an eye roll or a glare, or just most of our communication is body language anyway, and so we can really flood, we can go negative without realizing it. And so part of it's that consciousness of becoming aware. Mirroring, that skill of mirroring, helps you become more conscious of what's actually going on. So that we say in safe conversations, the fastest way to get where you want to go is to slow everything down. So that's what we're going to do. It's a workshop where you slow down, you learn to talk in a way without criticism, you learn to listen without judgment, and learn to connect beyond your differences. And of course, this is designed for, if you're married, it's the perfect place to start on this journey to get some skills. But like Elissa says, even if you want to bring a friend, or maybe it's a parent-child relationship you want to work on, bring your son, bring your daughter, bring your mother-in-law. It could be helpful with mother-in-laws, to be able to communicate in a safe way.
Right. Or if you're dating, it's really helpful too. If after a while, so, in relationships, even when we're dating, we get to a different stage once things get more serious, and then then we tend to have to work things out a little bit more and talk about things. And we, sometimes go into a power struggle, which is something that we're going to talk about too. So this is a way to really safely work through these conversations and really have a way to look at things, which gives you both a kind of like a foundation point to start from, and maintain that space. So it's really wonderful and helpful. And not everything is always positive, right? So when we do have feelings and we are in that power struggle and we do have a sense of frustration, we also teach a way to talk about it in a really healthy, safe way. That doesn't, it's not about blaming or attacking the other person. It's about understanding the wish beyond, underneath the frustration, and talking about it from that way, so that our partner can really hear us in a different way.
That's really great. And it's happening this Sunday. We're coming, we'll be going on Zoom this Sunday, and you can register. I'll put the link where you can register for the workshop Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And so if we can figure that time. If you need help, contact us. We can figure it and let you know exactly when it's going to happen. But that's this Sunday, March 7th. We'd love to have you with us.
I just want to say one more thing, okay, Chuck, is just that the practice sessions are in private. So you have private breakout rooms, and we have wonderful coaches that can help you during those breakout sessions. And if you do sign up as an individual, we pair you with a practice coach to help you learn the skills. So it's all fine, any way that you want to come.
Well, thank you for sharing that, because it it would be important if for a safe conversations workshop for it to be safe, for the
Mhm.
conversations to be safe and be private, but with the coach as needed. So, and also, Elissa, we're just rolling this thing out. We're just having so much fun. We're seeing, it's the process of using the skills that's transformational in itself. Just seeing how many people in their relationships are being transformed. When your relationship is transformed, you're changed as well. And it's just exciting to see. And so we're also rolling this out on April the 9th. We'll be doing a Safe Conversations workshop for people in the workplace.
Mm.
And then on Saturday, April the 24th, I'm going to be doing one for men. So we're just going to keep this going. But we'd love to see you this Sunday. It's a good place to start, and we'll give you the information.
Thank you. Looking forward to meeting everybody.
We're looking forward to meeting you. And until Sunday, we'll hope to see you Sunday and next week on Let's Talk Relationships Coast to Coast. Thank you, Elissa.
Thank you, Chuck. Bye.
Bye.